final two bring us as we're off in Week 9. Here comes Andrews. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Tua now on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. A big play there on the first play of the game. The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So after the INT, it's Allen. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. He's got a man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big connection on that one. 39 yards. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And the Seahawks are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
And that is incomplete. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
He's got his man. It's Andrews. And finally, he is out of bounds, but not before taking it down near the 15. It's a big play there for Seattle. Typically with catches like that, we talk about the height of the wide receiver, but he's one of the shorter receivers in the NFL.
And it doesn't seem to matter, does it? Put the tape measure away. How about some of these guys under 6 feet tall? Antonio Brown, T.Y. Hilton, and Super Bowl 53 MVP, Julian Edelman.
And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Tua. He rifles one that's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. We're right about there, and that's about it.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Back around his goal line. Here's Allen. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. To the air, Allen. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
Now a fair catch called for and taken here, and that'll set up his guys in great field position. Well, not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. Now the Seahawks will have great field drive. He'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10, eluding the pressure run. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
Reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Bringing up 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Tua Tagovailoa, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They are coming off the game last week, which was a very interesting game. And, Charles, ultimately it ended in a tie.
And that's difficult on teams because, let's face it, Brandon, they just don't know how to react. I mean, who does? Did you win? No. Did you lose? No. Because when you win, you jump up and down. Life's good. When you lose, you set your face in that stone look so that you show that you weren't hurt. I think it's one of those things that at the end of the year you find out just how you're supposed to feel about that tie. Did it help you or hurt you in the standings? Then you'll know what you really should have felt that game.
And we are keeping a close eye on his catches, a really close eye now because that's number 899 in his career. The next one will give him 900. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Complete here. It's Hyde. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
On play action, Allen. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Play action, now it's Allen. And Graham on the ground. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 14. 2nd quarter now, it's Brooklyn in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Got a man and he hits him in stride. Touchdown! Kene Nwangu, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Barrons are an extra point away from evening this one up. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. He finds his man, complete. It's Andrews. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. On first down, Tagovailoa. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
On 2nd and 11 now. Allen. Dancing to his left. Going deep for Diggs. And got his man complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play there. That grab another career milestone for him. 900 career catches now.
All right, the applause is beginning, right? The applause is going on. That puts him just outside the top 20 all-time in the NFL. Next in his sights at 903, Wes Welker.
Rarefied air. Throwing on first down is Allen. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, Davis.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And now off to the races, down the right side. Past the 20. Still going. They can't stop him. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Extra point attempt here still to come. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he he's smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke, and he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Barrons are back within a couple of the lead. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. And he'll get into the end zone as the two-point conversion is successful. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the Cardinals.
Ready. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make this a second down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. 2 and a throw again. He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it? Because those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front. Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Lets this one rip toward Graham. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown. A great play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Barrons have taken the lead. Pass on for the extra point. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua, escaping the pressure right. Going right side here, and that's complete. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. He finds his man, complete. It's Andrews. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet, they're going to go for it on fourth. Tagovailoa going for it on fourth down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And as a result, possession switches hands. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And Allen going to be intercepted for the third time. Picked off at the 23. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. After the turnover, it's Tua. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Tua. He finds his man, complete. It's Andrews. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Out of the gun on third down, here's Tua. Steps away to his left. He'll fire deep for Rager. And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down. The Seahawks send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And you wonder if with Allen's arm, they might just take their chances by dialing up a long one. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Back to Nwangu again on first down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Here's Jonathan Coachman.
Both these teams going through their final adjustments before heading back out of the locker room. Time for us to go back out to Lumen Field where we rejoin Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Takes it at the 7th. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Allen's throw is complete, and he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Allen now looks to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. Operating from the red zone now. Allen. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Allen to throw once more. Allen hit. He lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. The 40. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line.
All I know, partner, is that with every play call that came in, there was a little discussion about, hey, we can seal this bad boy. We can really put ourselves in a great spot to take total control, and yet they find a way to cough it up.
Yeah, the 2-score game opportunity eludes them, and now a chance for the other side to come back here.
Yeah, that means defense has to go out there and make some plays themselves. So we call sudden change. Let's see if the defense is mentally ready to take care of it.
On 2nd and 7, Tua. He finds his man, complete. That's Harrison. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that
he's got a man, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. To throw, it's Allen. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. And to give this time to the tailback. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 26. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
Buying time to his left. And he'll just get rid of it. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
He'll get this to Nwangu.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Allen.
Drops this off with Nwangu.
And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
It's a big number 6. Represents 2nd and 4.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Going deep for Diggs.
And, oh, that one going to wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 19. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Looking to pass. Tua. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Tua sets up to pass it. Flush to his right.
And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Allen. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Barrons could be on their way to a 5-2 start as they add on to their lead. Tyler Bass now for the point after. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
Next score, Barrons 28, Seahawks 14.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Here comes Andrews. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 44. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Here we go, here we go.
And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Here comes Andrews. And he's going to be taken down inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 15-yard line.
Tua going to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
Well, sometimes despite the best planning, the defense actually has a plan as well, and they blanketed everyone on that play. They were able to close it down and spill him for a loss.
From the gun, it's Tua. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. To a hit, and the ball is out. And this is picked up by the defense. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth-quarter hole. A running play there, going to get 10 and a quick first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Tua now on first down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down.
Let's go, deep, tighten up. Let's go, deep, tighten up. Check, 50, there you go.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
He'll fire it deep for Rager. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Seahawks. Jalen Rager, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth-quarter deficit. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now down to 20. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop it behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play there on the catch and run. On first down, they'll run with Nwangu. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
And he's got room. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Kene Nwangu. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Barrons are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Here comes Andrews. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense, another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those people in front of you, almost impossible to have a good completion percentage.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Now Tua. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Flushed out right. He's going to let it fly. It got his man complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A big connection on that one. 31 yards. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Richardson. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Escape, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Kenny Clark, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. He's going to take a shot for the end zone, and that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Point after, right down the middle, and the lead now down to 20. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But